One of the best traditions of college football is ESPN's College Game Day every Saturday morning. Since the show debuted all the way back in 1987, it has established itself as one of the best traditions in college football every week. Every week the show travels to a different campus, whether that be a new campus or one of the same ones they've been going to for years. Now last year, the show finally traveled to Pullman, Washington, finally checking Washington State off the list. Now if you include Notre Dame, there are 66 campuses amongst all Big 5 schools in the country, and there are now only 11 that have yet to host College Game Day. So out of those 11, these are the 4 schools who I strongly believe have a legitimate chance to host College Game Day for the first time ever in 2019. First off, I'm terribly sorry to Maryland, Duke, Kansas, Wake Forest, Illinois, Virginia, and Rutgers. I don't think this is your year. But hey, maybe 2020 you guys have a chance. Alright, the team that I feel has the best chances the upcoming season, the Syracuse Orange. Syracuse was one of the biggest surprises last year in college football, winning 10 games. They established themselves as a potential threat in the ACC and look to build off a great year. Dino Babers has done a terrific job as head coach, and I think he's the right guy to steer the Orange in the right direction. Now, they play in a stadium that's hosted the college basketball version of Game Day in the past, so why not add to this list as well? Now, the best chance for Syracuse to host would be in Week 3 when they host the Clemson Tigers. Now, I'm sure you guys remember 2 years ago, we saw the Orange beat Clemson, so why not hype them up to do it again? Clemson will just be coming off a game against Texas A&M, so if they're able to win that game, they'll easily be the consensus #1 team in the country. Syracuse opens up on the road at Liberty in Maryland, so though those 2 games could be challenging, they can easily be 2-0 heading into that game as well. So you got 2 undefeated teams matching up, the first home game for Syracuse, and the first meeting at the Dome since they handed Clemson that loss back 2 years ago. I think this would be an absolutely perfect match and the best reason for Syracuse to host their first ever game day. Now, year after year, it seems like Iowa State is always that one team where regardless of how they are, regardless of who they're playing, they always seem to pull off that one upset at home. Why not do it in prime time on Saturday night? The Cyclones have been playing really well under Matt Campbell, whose contract they just extended, winning 16 games over the last 2 years, including some upset wins over Oklahoma and West Virginia. Ames, Iowa definitely seems like a place that would go crazy if they were to have game day. Looking at their schedule, their best bet might have to be in Week 12 when they host Texas. If both teams are in the top 25, with the game potentially having some Big 12 implications, there's no reason Iowa State shouldn't be hosting their first ever game day. Now, Cal is actually on this list, but they shouldn't be on the list. Cal is actually the only team ever to refuse to host game day. Now, I don't know exactly what year it was, but years back, the athletic department actually declined the invitation from game day to host. Now, the good news is Cal no longer has those views. They are officially open to hosting game day. This is what the athletics department had to say in regards to the whole issue. We would welcome any opportunity to host ESPN Game Day. It would be a wonderful chance for us to show off our campus and connect with friends, family, and alumni around the world. We had the privilege of hosting the basketball version of Game Day on campus in 2009, and it was a tremendous experience for all. Now, Cal is not projected to do too well in the Pac-12 this year, but they definitely have opportunities early on. They played the likes of Washington and Ole Miss on the road to start the year, so should they pick up victories over those 2 schools and potentially sneak into the top 25, they could potentially find themselves ranked this season. Now, looking at their schedule, there's not a whole lot of opportunities. Their best bet might have to come in Week 11 when they host Washington State. Now, for the final one, I think this has a chance to be the coldest game day ever. Minnesota would be a really fun one, as like I said, it would probably be in contention for the coldest game day ever. Now, I'm not sure if there's ever been snow for a college football game day, but if there hasn't, this may be their best bet. Now, it would definitely be a great atmosphere, and it would be fun to see all the guys completely bundled up. Now, Minnesota doesn't really have a lot of great home games this upcoming year. Their best odds probably are going to be either in Week 7 against Nebraska or maybe Week 11 against Penn State. So yeah, who do you guys think deserves to host game day for the first time this year? Leave a comment below and let me know. It could be one of these 4 teams that I mentioned, or it could be the other 7 that I decided to leave off the list. Also, if you've ever been to a game day in the past, leave a comment below on what game it was and what the overall experience and vibe was like when you were there. Because I go to Arizona State, and I doubt they host anytime next season. But hey, maybe one day I'll get to travel and check one out. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That way I know you guys enjoyed it, so that way I can make more videos like this in the future. If you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button, because if you love college football content, then this is definitely the right channel for you. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.